3 years ago, I created a playlist about studying in Germany. And it was a great hit. Tens and tens of people reach out and ask questions. We created our own WhatsApp community, an international Slack community, and helped hundreds of students to come to Germany and to other countries for work and study. Everything was great. लेकिन 2022 में ये videos थोड़ी outdated हो गई. Because 3 years ago there was no COVID. I used to look like this. Blocked amount was something around 8,000 euros and Pakistani rupees was at this rate. So time for a fresh video with a fresh knowledge, because that is what we are here for. On how to study in Germany in 2022, the step-by-step guide. So let's get into it. Before we jump into the topics, let me tell you the different sections in which this video is divided. So starting off, something we will talk about me, what's my background, then we will talk about Germany and its education system. Then we will talk something about language requirements, CGPA requirements and conversion. Then application deadlines and what is Uniassist, what is VPD. ये हर किसी का सवाल होता है. Moving forward, some knowledgeable sections like Uniassist के through apply करने हैं, directly apply करना है, कहाँ से universities ढूंढनी है, applied sciences university और normal universities में क्या फ़र्क है. Then I will tell you some more tools like how to track your applications, how to write a good motivation letter. Then let's say if you get accepted, what to do, what are the steps to do next. We will talk something about how much prior experience you should have before doing your masters here, and also how much you can earn doing part-time jobs here. This is very important. And at the end, we will close with some magics. So starting off, my name is Saif, as you guys all know. I'm an IB computer science graduate and I did my graduation in 2017. Then I worked in Pakistan for a year and then I came to Germany for my masters. Here I worked at Zing.com, which is a company like LinkedIn. Then I worked at 3 other small companies and now I work at Spotify as a software developer. Let's talk something about Germany and its education system. So population wise, 83 million लोग यहाँ पे रहते हैं and Pakistan is double the size of Germany and India is 10 times the size of Germany. Yes. Geo-economic wise, Berlin is the capital of Germany, and GDP wise, Germany ranks 4th in the list. And it is the largest economy in Europe. So that's something to look out for. Let's talk something about the education fee. The education is not free, it is actually subsidized. In public universities, the social fee ranges somewhere around 100 to 500 euros per semester. And if you're in a private university, it might cost you somewhere around 10,000 to 40,000 euros per year. The language of education is mostly in German. You can also find some English-based courses here. And German electives are there in almost all of the universities. Let's talk something about student accommodation. So ज़्यादातर students यहाँ पे student dorms या sharing पे रहते हैं. The average cost might cost you somewhere around 200 to 300 euros if you are living in a student dorm. इसका सबसे बड़ा फायदा ये होता है कि इसमें heating, electricity, पानी सब कुछ included होता है. Next, you can also live in a private rented apartment or a flat, which might be shared in a couple of people. That will cost you somewhere around 250 to 375 euros per month, depending on the city and the area you are living in. And last but not the least, you can live in a studio apartment. Live alone in a studio apartment, which sounds quite sad, but it will cost you somewhere around 400 to 700 euros depending in which city you are living in. So health insurance is mandatory in Germany. Everybody has to get it, चाहे आप private लें या आप public लें. Public insurance, which is mostly valid everywhere, it costs you somewhere around 105 to 115 euros per month depending upon which provider you are taking. Private ones can cost you somewhere around 30 to 50 euros per month, but I have heard they are not accepted everywhere, like in jobs or things like these. Last but not the least, whoever comes to Germany does a lot of traveling. It's fairly easy. You can travel to Europe. It's very open from here. Inside Germany, we use Deutsche Bahn or German Rail. It's a train which is very common here and it's not that expensive as well. And if you want to take a bus, you can use something like a Flixbus or a BlaBlaBus as well. And last but not the least, you can also do something like car sharing, for example, BlaBlaCar. Now let's dive into main sections about how to get started to study here. First, let's talk about the language requirements. There are two types of universities here. In category A, you will find most of the courses in German. For example, law, medicine, engineering, and social sciences. These are the courses which you will mainly find in German, and if you want to study, you need at least German B1. The second category where you can find mostly courses like computer science, data analytics, business. These are the degrees which you can find in English. So पूरी degree बेशक आपकी English में हो, but you will still find some courses which are in German, like electives for example. For these B categories, you need IELTS, and some universities even don't need that. They say that if your previous education is in English, they don't require IELTS. And for others who do require IELTS, you need at least 6 or 6.5 band depending on the requirements. and you can find some IELTS resources in my description here in the video. Next section is about CGPA requirements and conversions. इधर CGPA का scene उल्टा है. 1 is good and 5 is bad. If you fail a course, you get a 5. If you pass a course, you get a 4, which is like 50%. There's a link available in the description where you can convert your Pakistani, Indian, Bangladeshi or wherever country you are watching this from CGPA to a German CGPA. So better check that out as well. So the next section is about finances. Germany में पढ़ाई free ज़रूर है, but still you need money to come here. और वो कोई कम पैसे नहीं है. They are 10,332 euros. That's like so much Pakistani money. And how this work is that you transfer all of these euros into a German bank before you come here, and every month you get back 861 euros into your German bank for the whole year. So technically this is your money, but you get it back every month. Apart from this, when you come to Germany, you bring at least somewhere around 500 to 1000 euros just for the start. And now time for some tip. In case you are loaning the money, मैंने बहुत लोगों को देखा है who took loans and then came to Germany. And if your case is similar, I can assure you that in 1 year you can return all of this money जिस किसी से भी आप लोन ले रहे हो. Because once you come here, you find a job in a couple of months and then you can easily sustain yourself. और जो भी आपके blocked account के पैसे आ रहे होते हैं, you can return it back जिससे भी आपने लोन लिया हुआ. And it's just a matter of 1 year. I am telling you this. Another hack is that if some of your family member is already in Germany or in EU, they can also sponsor this blocked account. उनको पैसे दिखाने नहीं होते. They only have to show a sufficient income and then you don't need a blocked account to get the visa. Let's jump to the next section. Next section is about admissions and deadlines. There are two main intakes here in Germany. The first one is the winter semester, for which the classes start in October. And the deadlines are 15th August, 15th July and 15th June depending on the university. And the next semester is the summer semester, for which the classes start in April. The deadlines are 15 January, 15 December and 15 November. Some tips here that some universities don't follow the usual deadlines. For example, अगर classes April में start हो रही हैं, तो ज़रूरी नहीं है कि deadline is 15 January, 15 December or 15 November. Maybe the deadline is something like August or October, something very random. So better check that out. And most of the admissions are given on first come first serve basis. So it's very cool if you apply as soon as possible and keep a buffer of weeks and months. Next section is about Uniassist and VPD. कई सवाल होता है what is VPD, because this is very weird. And VPD is for Prüfungsdokumentation. German में V को F पढ़ते हैं. So for Prüfungsdokumentation, Prüfungs mean examination या exam. For Prüfungs mean का basic मतलब ये है कि it's like a preliminary review documentation where what they do is they convert your CGPA into German CGPA. They check your minimum like language, courses you have taken, prerequisites, credit hours are required for a specific degree, for example. ये सब चीजें they calculate. And once that is done, they send you a VPD by email and also create this into their own system. Now, what is Uniassist? Who are they? Uniassist is like a center for international students applications. जो भी Germany आता है, all of the applications go through Uniassist. What they basically do is they convert your Pakistani, Indian, Bangladeshi CGPA into German CGPA, जो कि मैंने ऊपर बात की, they do the VPD thingy. And once they scrutinize, they forward your documentation to universities. How this whole Uniassist system works is that you have to find a degree program, fill out your basic information and attach the documents which are required for specific degrees. Then you send those documents to Uniassist via post as well. Here's a small list of documents which you have to send, like for example, O-levels metric के documents. You have to send the transcript and the certificate. Same goes for A-levels, same goes for your bachelor's degree and transcript, IELTS का result and transcript, and send only one set of attested document. And then you also have to do a payment and you have to pay the fee. You can use any credit or debit card for this. And the fee structure is quite easy. For the first application, you have to pay 75, and for each consecutive university, you have to pay 30 euros extra. So for example, if you're applying for 3 universities, you will pay 135 euros. And a very easy hack for this is you can easily find somebody in Germany to pay this on your behalf. You also have to send an application form for whichever universities and degrees you have applied for. You can send these documents via DHL, TCS, Leopards or Pakistan Post, for example, if you're sending from Pakistan, and DHL offers special student discounts, so better look out for that as well. How long does this whole process take? So Uniassist takes about 2 to 3 weeks to finalize your documents and CGPA conversion and everything, and Uniassist then sends you an email with your converted CGPA and finalized documents. And then consecutively they forward your documents to the universities, and this whole process may take about additional 4 weeks until you get get an answer from a university. So send all documents at once. For example, if you're applying for multiple universities and आप कहते हैं कि यार एक यूनिवर्सिटी मुझे बाद में फिर अप्लाई करना है, it's cool if you send all of the documents so you don't have to send them again. Apply a bit early to have some grace time and not to miss the deadline. And no late submissions, please. In Germany, late submissions are not welcomed at all. Okay, let's jump to the next section, which is about Uniassist or direct application. So some universities don't use Uniassist. You have to apply directly to their website. And just like any other application, you have to upload a soft copy into their website, and such application may require extra formalities or documents. So it's very good to make a clear list of documents which are required for this degree or a university. And of course, keep a buffer time and apply beforehand. Next section is about how to find universities and what is DAD. So DAD is like the best website where you can find your German degree programs. It is very well documented, and all of the information which you might need as a prospective student, you can find it there. Alright, how to use DAD is very easy. You go onto their website, dad.de, go here, and then click on international programs, and then you can find all of the university programs here. So it's quite fairly easy. You can also do filtering and categorization by programs and by location as well. But the drawback is that not all of the universities and degrees are listed here. So you can use Uniassist, and you can also Google. Some tips are that find universities which are close to big cities. If you are looking out for jobs, it's very cool if any big city is in the 100-kilometer radius of that small city, because then it increases the chances of you for finding a job. Okay, moving forward, we have applied sciences universities versus normal universities. Fachhochschule versus Universität. Fachhochschule is basically universities of applied sciences. इसमें क्या होता है, the degrees are more industry focused, and it trains you according to practical world. For example, if you are a computer science student, it will teach you how to make new apps, what are the new technologies, for example, in artificial intelligence and blockchain. And if you're a business student, what are the new marketing techniques, what is supply chain, how to do supply chain, and how to do online businesses, what is entrepreneurship. And the courses are mostly predefined. There's less freedom of choice. On the other hand, if you go into a Universität, which is a technical university, the degrees are more research based. Courses are more theoretical, थोड़े dry होते हैं. For example, if you're a computer science student, they will teach you stuff like web science theory. Not web science, not web development, but web science theory. So it's different. Okay, again, some tips. Both universities offer bachelor's and master's, but you can only do PhD from a Universität. Next section is about how to track the application. It's seriously a mess keeping a track of various universities, fees, start date, end date, deadlines, admission criteria, processes, language requirements, and other formalities. So, like every problem, I have a solution for you. And the solution is कि मैंने आप सबके लिए एक Excel sheet बनाई है. And you can organize and manage your applications very easily over there. The link you can find in the description, but I will also show you the file. So for example, this is the file, और बहुत दिमाग लगा के I came up with some headings which might be very useful for you. A very easy hack could be you can go into file and then make a copy out of it, and it will save it in your Google Drive. Link again is in the description. Next section is about motivation letter, and it is a single most important document that why they should take you. And again, like every problem in your life, I have a solution for you. I have created a separate video because this is a very important topic, and there I have talked about the requirements, the techniques, how you can write a good motivation letter, how you can structure it, and I have also given some samples over there, and also I have added what not to add in your motivation letter. So the link is in the description, and it will also be shown at the end of the video. Go and definitely watch it. Next section is if you get lucky enough to get an admission. And once you get the admission approved, because even if you get visa for one university, you can still go into another university because it's very easy to change universities here in Germany. And yes, give a reply to the university for the acceptance letter, thank them, and confirm that you will be studying them and joining them in the semester. The soft copies are sent via email, but sometimes they also send the hard copies by post at your home. The next step should be that you should apply for accommodation and also open a bank account here in Germany. And also you should open a blogged account and also get your documentation ready for the visa application, because that is something which also takes time. Next section is about work experience and part-time jobs here. It's always a debate that how much prior experience you should have before starting your masters. And in my opinion, 1 to 3 years of experience is way more than enough. I had 9 months and I think that was way sufficient to start my master's degree. Why you should do this is because you have a better understanding of your relevant field. You get a know-how of how a corporate world works. And also if you already have some prior experience, it's easier to find jobs here in Germany. And sometimes long gaps between education are preferred because, I don't know, that just helps and make your motivation letter stronger. The last but not the least question is about part-time jobs here in Germany. It's one of the most asked, and there are two types of job which you can do here. The first is odd jobs and the second is the field jobs. In odd jobs, what you can do, non-field work, like if you work at a restaurant, if you work at a cleaning company or something like this, and you earn somewhere around 450 euros, and it is called a mini job here, and you don't pay any taxes on this. You work for about 50 hours every month, so that's like 1.5 day every week. The second type of jobs are the field jobs, and they are more degree related. For example, if you're a business graduate, you can find jobs in marketing, in finance, in supply chain. If you're a computer science person, you might get student jobs which are called Werkstudent. They are mostly like web development, app development, and such jobs. You work for about 20 hours every week, so like 80 hours every month. The average wage is somewhere around 12 euros to 19 euros per hour, and monthly after taxes you can earn 950 to 1200 euros every month, so that's quite good money. And a nice hack is that you can work full time in holidays, for example in semester breaks, and you can earn double the money. And the last section is about a magic, and there's a magic in a magic. And the magic is that you can book an appointment with me where you can seek guidance. I can give you career advice, education advice, and I can also help you find a job here in Germany. The second thing what you can do is I can also help you write a motivation letter and get it corrected. Both are available on my website saifookhan.com, and obviously you can find the link in the description. Next, I have collected some important links for you. For example, if you want to convert your CGPA, if you want to find some IELTS resources, अगर आपको अपनी यूनिवर्सिटी ट्रैकिंग के लिए एक्सेल शीट चाहिए, मोटिवेशन लेटर की वीडियो का लिंक, व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप का लिंक, स्लैक चैनल का लिंक, and also the link for the 35 old videos. All of these links you can find in the description, and all of these Notion documents you can also find in the description. And this complete Notion document you can also find in the description. Now, what are your next steps? The next steps are comment under the video in case if you have any questions. Use our WhatsApp group or the Slack channel for asking questions. And also now go and watch the motivation letter video. Thank you.